went really, really south. That will tell people the importance of General Gressi and what he does. Even though he has got no praises, he has got no salary for it. But that man is really the last man standing. He's really the last man standing. So I believe that the right thing will be done, and then we can take it from there. One important thing that people should also remember is that Mr. Muiwa is different from Mr. Muiwa can answer to his own question, to his own name. Why Emperor Joseph Aloba will be defended with everything we have got. And that's why people should know the difference. There's something that Mr. Muiwa does that people should not link it to Baba Aloba. Do you understand? The two of them, they are different entities. Even though Mr. Muiwa is his power of Anthony. Do you understand? But what Mr. Muiwa has done, Mr. Muiwa should be held responsible for it. And what Baba has done, we will defend him for doing it. But I will not defend Mr. Muiwa in whatever ramification. I'm not in judge of about to defend Mr. Muiwa. Mr. Muiwa knows what he's doing, and then he should be held accountable for everything he does in J4M. Going forward from that, I can tell whoever cares to listen that a lot of positivity took place in that Corona court yesterday. We saw the driver spoke the truth about what transpired when they got home. He confirmed that all the boys that went with Mohbad to that show, all of them stayed in that house till the next morning. Till they left there, none of them left the house against what we have been told before. Spendy said, I was not at home. I was not there. Lifestyle was telling us some few days ago that he was not also there. They also said, I went home. All of them were not there. They were not there at the place where Mohbad was killed. Can't you see God is wonderful? All of them were not there. But from yesterday, it was established that all of them were in the house. They saw the whole drama that happened. They saw it when Mohbad was killed. All of them got swollen eyes. I could remember on that platform with Lifestyle, I asked him, Lifestyle, somebody asked, why were all the eyes, why were the eyes of those people that were in that house, why were they all swollen? Lifestyle said, somebody beat them in the eye. I was just laughing. Now look at this averagely intelligent guy. Why will you be saying somebody was beating them in their eyes? So somebody want to beat you in your eyes, and you will put down your eyes and tell them to be beating you. Somebody beat the first person in his eyes. The second person, somebody also beat him in his eyes. Third person beat him in his eyes. So it was the same person that beat those boys in the eyes. They also beat Wumisi Tadebanjo in her eyes. Not be juju be that. Not be juju be that. How can you be waiting and okay, somebody beating your fellow men or fellow person in the eyes, and you put your own eyes too, that should also beat you? Who was the person beating them?
Avengers, what I want to add to that is, why was the person beating them? Was the person privy to some information?
I don't understand.
The person to attack them?
Avenger, remember you even asked him that why no they can't even find anyone that even hold phone and record. Remember, you asked him. He started saying rubbish.
Dr. Ishak actually raised, Mr. Ishak actually raised that point.
So all of them, they are just doing exercise. Just like Ikepe Super used to say. All of them are just deceiving their forefathers. All of them, they are just lying profusely. In a sinner climb for a government that really wants to work. What the driver said yesterday and what the doctor said yesterday was enough to arrest all the people in the house and drag all of them to court. What they said yesterday alone, they should forget about the past testimonies. What was said yesterday alone by the driver and the doctor was enough to arrest all the 50 people.
Exactly. You are right, Benjamin.
All of them were
They don't need to talk anything again to invite anybody safe. They just go straight to the court.
The scatter bus for all the 15 of them. Charge all of them to court straight. Let them go to court and talk themselves out of that.
When they are said in the court.
That is because the government are not willing. They are not ready to do anything. And now we keep saying it. They are not ready to do anything because they know who by Mohbad. They know they are not ready to do anything. A single guy died at 3 different times. A single guy died at 3 different days. At different days rather. As if Mohbad was a triplet. Mohbad was not a triplet. Baba Mohbad did not give birth to Mohbad as a triplet. It was just only one person.
Sam Larry said they should recall all of them. The same Sam Larry said they should recall them.
One died on Tuesday, one died on Monday. One died 11 o'clock, one died 2:30, one died 3:30, another one died 4:30. So all of them were dying at different hours. And they were not even merciful enough to leave one of the Mohbads from dying. At least if they had left one of the Mohbads for us, perhaps all of us would not be here today. They buy all the Mohbads. The 4 Mohbads, all of them ended up dying. And to make the matter worse, they hid the bodies of all the Mohbads. And they left us with only one body. It is only one Mohbad now that we are seeing his body in the mortuary. All other Mohbads that died at different times, that died at different days, they took the bodies and they took them and put them in the lagoon. Nobody has access to the bodies of those other Mohbad that died. Can't you see that God is wonderful? I'm telling you, God is a miraculous God. We cannot see another Mohbad but one. But all of them are just like 9 Mohbad died of different things. Died of air infection, died because of Liam, died because of lot of music, died because of stab wounds, died because of fights, died because of injection. We have 9 Mohbad that died. And now, many Mohbads died on different days too and different time. It is total madness. It is a total madness. And it is a disappointment for the government of the day Lagos State. It is really disappointing. And if they think this will go away, they are just starting. If they think the issue of Mohbad will go away, because they may not have this spirit and wisdom to see that Mohbad issue is not going anywhere. Mohbad issue is not going anywhere. This Mohbad issue is not going anywhere. It's just starting. The better the better it is for them. I'm telling you.
General Avengers, ẹjọ́ ṣé Sterling ló sọ pé wọ́n dúró lórí bíríìjì kan ni? Torí jọba ni wọ́n dúró níbi kankan. Ṣé Sterling ló sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ẹjọ́?
No, Sterling did not actually talk about the bridge. He didn't talk about the bridge. It was some people that got information that they had to stop on the bridge. According to my own memory, but some people are saying yes. Maybe Spendy said it, but I didn't remember Spendy saying anything about the bridge. Do you understand? Because the doctor did not verify it too. The driver did not verify that fact too, if they stop on the bridge or not. Thank you.
Just chip it in. According to Zoro said that he had a music.
Sorry. I think it's Spendy. Spendy told them that they stopped at the bridge. That Mohbad want to throw that little boy inside the river.
Yeah, yes. So
all of them, they are just lying. See the driver now. See what Kai, my God. Kai.
Zoro said that he had a show, he had a photo shoot with Mohbad on Monday. And he got a call on that Monday that Mohbad is dead. Monday 11th of September 2023.
The same thing driver.
No.
Driver ló kú ní Monday pé wọ́n pè ó ní Monday. Pé Mohbad ti pààyàn. Pé kò lọ report ara o. Okay, if there is on Tuesday, yeah. Àárọ̀ Tuesday.
That is not wrong narrative gan fún wa nìyẹn náà. Nígbà tí ìjọba sọ pé kò sí nǹkan tó jọ, ṣé àwọn pé nǹkan yẹn ni bàbá Mohbad náà fi sọ pé kí nígbà tí wọ́n sọ pé ó ń jà wípé ṣé àmọ́ ọ̀dẹ̀bù ok nígbà tí wọ́n ń jà pé wọ́n fẹ́ sọ ọmọ yẹn sínú omi kan tí bàbá yẹn náà sọ pé ṣèbí kan tó fàjà ní náà dírẹ́bà sọ pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn pípọ̀ yìí kọ́ ọmọ kan tó ń ṣe wọ́n kàn ń parọ́ ni wọ́n fi nǹkan ọmọ pa máa dé bíbá ẹ̀.
The truth ni pé what Trevor said yesterday could be 100% truth, could be 90% truth. You understand? And those people that give people information about the bridge might also be true too, or they may be liars. You understand? We cannot actually say what happened concerning the bridge. Do you get it? So all we say that we can talk less about the bridge because under the oath, nobody has mentioned the issue of the bridge. You understand? But that does not actually change the fact that Mohbad and Wunmi, they were fighting the car seriously over family matters. And the driver would have been able to say that listen, but only because the driver was Igbo and he did not understand Yoruba. So perhaps the driver would have been able to tell the court why they were fighting. Because yesterday somebody said, the driver said, even though I did not understand your language, but I was not happy with the way the madam was treating Oga. Do you understand? To the extent that the driver said, if it was Mohbad, that he would have beaten hell out of Wunmi. Imagine that kind of provocation. So it means Wunmi really provoked Mohbad, tearing his cloth, holding him by the neck, saying all sort of evil against him. Imagine. You understand? So that lady.
So he caught the shame, the Mohbad shame.
Imagine. So that lady is a devil. Is a devil. Is a killer. Is a useless brain. We miss it at the banjo. Is unfortunate individual. And they say Mohbad even got down from the car and walked gently to the house. And still, Wunmi was saying, leave him alone. He will go and cry. That is a cry baby. Despite the driver intervening, imagine. She was still boiling with anger. That leave him alone. He will go and cry. So that could actually verify the fact that when they got inside, the fight still continued. Wunmi was the last person that fought Mohbad. And she fought him to death. She fought him to death. From what everybody is saying, it is easy to juxtapose everything and come out with the true nature of events that transpired before Mohbad was off. It was Wunmi that fought with him. His life ended under the supervision of Wunmi. Simple as ABC. Forget about the autopsy and toxicology. We knew what they did. It was a prototype of what the government did that they also did. But the witness account, those that have spoken, nothing has vindicated Wunmi not to know about the death of Mohbad. Everybody that has spoken, nothing has vindicated Wunmi that Wunmi does not know about who killed Mohbad. Everything is pointing towards Wunmi. Everything is pointing towards Wunmi. Everything is pointing towards Wunmi. And yet the government of Lagos State have decided to do nothing. And yet they want to charge only spending and the nurse to court. When the nurse went to the house to treat dead body, according to what everybody has been saying, it was a dead body that the nurse went to the house to treat. Not Mohbad that died 11 o'clock. Not Mohbad that died on the 11th. That the nurse went to treat on the 12th. So what evidence will the DPP now present to the court that it was the injection by the nurse that killed Mohbad? So it means it's going to be a feeble case. The DPP just really want to spoil the case. Because those other lawyers, they will defend spending. Based on agreement, they might also defend the nurse. Somebody even said they are charging them for negligence. So that they can give them 6 months and they will get off the hook. And they will say, we have finished the case of Mohbad. You are deceiving your forefathers. You have not started the case of Mohbad. Maybe it was Mohbad that was killed 4:30 on Tuesday that you want to pursue his case. You have not done the case of Mohbad that was killed on the 11th of September. It was the one that was killed on the 12th of September by 4:30. That's the one that they want to do by charging the nurse and dispensing to court. So it still remained the one that was spy on the 11th of September 2023. You are still going to do that case. So if you think by taking those two to court, we make everybody to go solo and say, just Mohbad is finished. You are just getting started. In fact, you are in for the greatest surprise of your life. Because it will not go away. Everybody knows who killed Mohbad. It is so glaring now. All the fingers are pointing towards one person. And yet that person is walking free. They play. That's what Mohbad is just starting, And we see that they will not escape. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, so. And someone said you are castigating Yomi, number boy. You can come up, you can come up to anybody that is writing something. Don't block the person. Just leave the person. Come out funny, clean. You not block any. Dábàá ní ẹni tó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ kó wá rojọ́ lókè tó ti yé yín. Òkè lẹ́sìn máa fún ní ẹjọ́ kò ṣe ìsàlẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá sáré blọ́ọ̀kì kò ní bẹ́ẹ̀ má blọ́ọ̀kì nìyẹn kó bọ́ sókè kó wá rojọ́ tó ti yé yín. Ìyẹn kò máa patient mi na room 6 ló wà. Thank you. Especially you want to say good morning, ma.
Can I talk?
Yes, ma.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Vengeance, Mumiyeti, Esther Olonwa, Winners, Mumileri Oluwa, and our beautiful host.
Thank you.
I greet everybody. I honestly, I don't know. I just, I'm happy, and I give glory to God that the justice for Mohbad is taking another shape. Like it's taking, there's light in justice for Mohbad now, and we can all see the light. And this is something we have been expecting. It's so sad that I don't know. It's so shameful that the police have now seen that the body that they buried, the leg is lingering outside. Honestly, and it's a big shame, not only for that parastatal, for that what do I call it, the police body itself, but for the entire nation, honestly. And for we that are in diaspora, we get a lot of backlash on Nigerians, the country, how rich the nation is, and how we the citizens are living, And for this justice for Mohbad, I as a person believe that is what God wants to use to do soap and sponge to wash that country, honestly. And I just want to encourage us that there is no backing out. I want to encourage us that as much as we see that for every corona inquest that happens, we see more light. Honestly, we see more light. This justice is of God, and I know that God is going to take it for us. He's going to win it for us. We have, in fact, as much as some people will be in justice for Mohbad now, and tomorrow they will be against. As every one person that is going against justice for Mohbad, God is raising millions of people for every one person that goes away. So I don't want us to, how do I put it? I don't want us to think like maybe they are going away about shaking. She understands. So that is what I want to say. And secondly, Wunmi. Well, ó ṣe ní láàánú gidi gan, honestly, because there's this Yoruba adage that says that tí irọ́ bá lọ fógún ọdún, ọjọ́ kan báyìí ni òtítọ́ máa bá. And it's not always nice when karma catch up. It is not. I tell you, it is not. I don't do something that karma will catch up with, but I've seen people that
the karma to catch up because it doesn't hit one person. Karma does not hit one person. Àwọn ọmọ máa jẹ like to the fourth generation. That is the way to ṣe man work. Sometimes we pray and we don't get results. It's not because of sometimes the sins of our forefathers is the one disturbing us most times. And look at the generational curse that this lady is already causing for even the generation yet unborn. Kò bá Wunmi, kó jẹ́ pé Wunmi, you just surrender yourself and go and ask God for forgiveness. Aside from nǹkan tí ìjọba máa fi ojú ẹ̀ rí, aside from the punishment you will get from ìjọba, even God himself, you need to ask him for forgiveness. Because wo iye àwọn èèyàn tó yẹ kó máa jẹ lọ́ndà the boy after you kill him. Ṣé ẹ jẹ́ mọ̀ pé this driver that came yesterday, I don't know if you all know that his coming was not really publicized, was not really talked about. Do you guys have that idea?
Yes.
Really sọ̀rọ̀ pa pé driver and boy. And we did not, and maybe it was not God to come close and was even. Because if we have really talked about it, don't forget that it is on this platform that you are Wunmi herself, Wunmi and a coven. This is where they get information the most.
Yes,
this is where they know
that driver, Alpha, gates man, all those people need to come on board.
Exactly. We have been saying this since last year, but we didn't really hit it. We didn't really really Jackie. I want me I don't really go more, but we won't go land. And look at how the driver came yesterday. If it was only the pathologists that came yesterday, you will see that they will have been jubilating in their camp now. They will have been saying, I don't really want to talk about that because I don't really want to eat that. But Sherry driver to Wala, he has put more light to this case. The driver has put more light.
No, what she was saying.
The doctor and the doctor.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, sir. And the doctor. And Emma will call. If you look at that doctor's what's it called? What do I call it? Shit. That's what doctor. What is the doctor's testimony? Yeah. If you hear that, what the doctor said, you will know that. She didn't come out. I am not a doctor. I'm a scientist. I am not a doctor. I'm a food scientist. But I know that for somebody like that, a professional like that, you will first check the body. Examine the doctor will have seen if there is any mark on that body. The doctor will have been able to notice the body. And all of that. Yes, that thought is correct because I've seen somebody dead for almost a day, almost 2 days, not up 2 days. Yes, she's correct. But aside from that, mark if there was any mark on Mohbad's body. And that one now leads me to telling you that first hospital did not come because it be hospital near what. If truly that Oba is also part of this, if it's hospital near what, they will have problem with that hospital because I think it's under his jurisdiction. He will have problem with that hospital, and that is why even the doctor that came yesterday, she has to be somehow, because I can tell you that doctor could have given a more clearer and broader what do you call it, submission and testimony. But and of course she could have been warned. They have put out that press release, their press statement, they have put it out, so they needed to someone come and back it up. Well, just like I said, Oshenilan Nugon, the kind of country that we find ourselves. Oshenilan Nugon. But I just pray that the Almighty God would finish this that he has started. and we'll get the light at the end of the day. Thank you very much, Eshogo. I really appreciate it. Let me my mic here.
Thank you, Mom. Àwọn èèyàn wọn ní fẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tí driver yẹn sọ. And nǹkan tí driver yẹn sọ is giving you much information. Àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ gbọ́ tí driver kí ni driver sọ kí ló sọ. Ẹ̀gbọ́n nǹkan tí driver yẹn sọ.
Okay. And tell us what's your name? Okay. Which work did you do? Which joined you to the case of Obasa? No, the next thing was that the Kaya. Okay, which is the Kaya. What's the name of the company? This Kaya. Okay. So after the call us, one place called the discussion, we were like, okay. Okay. So I needed by law, okay. So let me say 12. Okay, before like
Let me tell you something. Tó bá yọ sí máa lọ bá driver yìí. Ẹ má wà surprised àbí ẹni tí tọ́ máa lọ bá driver yìí. Tí driver bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí tún sọ nǹkan mi.
Ṣèbọn náà ti gba nọ́mbà lánàá.
No, this is that the driver cannot change anything. What they are saying that Corona court is under hold, and that's binding. So whatever rubbish he may come out to say does not hold anybody.
I say, who are under duress?
No. He was not under duress. He couldn't have said he was under duress. Nobody was holding a gun to his head. Nobody was torturing him. He was there with his free will. He expressed himself, and nobody threatened him. So the issue of under duress cannot come into play. Thank you.
No? Ẹjọ́ à ń gbọ́ yín. Ẹjọ́ mà, ẹjọ́ rọ̀ sùn.
Ẹ wo driver yẹn ò lè sọ orú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ because ọ̀bọ yẹn.
Ó lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sẹ́.
Kò lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ Muna no dey put all this kind of thing for people like I don't understand person wey go court.
Nǹkan tèmi fẹ́ sọ ni Amori, he can never say that. Okay. The only thing we're scared of is safety. His safety is very important. Forget about it's going to change it.
Mr. Bengans, between me and you.
Ọ̀dọ̀ yìí ní nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì sí ń wà ó mọ méjì ògbósùn. Ọ̀dọ̀ yìí ni wọ́n ti mú sí yín, kò sẹ́ni tó mú sí yín. Ọ̀dọ̀ yìí ló sì ń wá.
Báwo la ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀ gan pé nǹkan tó wà nù kínní yẹn ni wọ́n kà? Báwo la ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀? That's another thing.
Ṣé mo bí nǹkan tó kà mí ọ̀la? Ṣé tó bá lọ fowó bá dẹ́bà ẹ̀ tọrọ pé no?
Yes.
Ọgbìn òun wà lọ́dà dírẹ́sì ni.
No. Ṣé rí driver yẹn ẹ wo àtìgbà kí lè ṣẹlẹ̀ almost 2 years now. Àbí tọ̀ àbí kí ni mo fẹ́ sọ lẹ́nu? Yes, almost 2 years now. Sí driver yẹn ṣé ẹ̀rọ kún wọn ti máa threaten? Driver yẹn ò lè sọ nǹkan báyẹn náà. Ẹ bá rí ọ̀bọ̀n yẹn máa mọ̀ pé léyìí ó níbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Kò lè sọ ó tọ́ ẹ̀ ló wá sọ ó lè sọ ó tún jáde síta ó tún sọ again ó tún sọ pé tó ẹ pé òun ló fẹ́rù wùmí ẹni ó máa nà pa mẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí lẹ̀ ń sọ yìí ó bá yọ̀ lè sọ nǹkan mẹ́ẹ̀ ó dúró lórí ẹsẹ̀ yìí ẹ máa rí pé yẹn níbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run kò ń ṣe owó ló ń wá àwọn kan wà tẹ́ pé ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n Nàìjíríà yẹn but kì í ṣe owó yín ni wọ́n ń wá wọ́n òótọ́ yẹn ni wọ́n dúró lé lórí wọ́n fẹ́ràn òótọ́ ni kò ń ṣe pé bóyá owó kan no ẹ wo nínú àìbóye sọ̀rọ̀ náà ẹ wo àwọn dókítà ìbòye sọ̀rọ̀ tiẹ̀ ó rán gbẹlẹ́gbẹ̀ nínú àyè sọ̀rọ̀ straight ni.
Nǹkan tí Yíbò fi ga jù wá lẹ́nu.
Tí dírẹ́bà gan tán bá lọ fún lówó tó padà àti olóhùn tó fẹ́ change ọ̀rọ̀ báyìí wọ́n jọ ń lọ ẹ̀wọ̀n ni.
Kò tí ẹ̀ lè jẹ́ ìyẹn ti akọ́tọ̀ kóòtù ló wà. Ó ṣe ìgbàgbà wọn yìí dédé interview ẹ̀ ń ta.
Báwo ni wọ́n dédé interview ẹ̀ ń ta? Ó ti wá lọ́wọ́ olówó padà wá fún wa ní kẹ̀kẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Wọ́n jẹ́ lọ ẹ̀wọ̀n
ló. Ọ̀pẹ́ kan tó máa sọ nìyẹn wọ́n ti lọ bá yẹn ti pẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ kọ́ máa jẹ́wọ́ tó tó.
Òun náà mọ̀ pé tó bá padà lọ́kùn tún lọ change ọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ̀wọ̀n ló.
Change ọ̀rọ̀ kì.
Ẹ̀rọ lọ nù.
Ó lọ nìyẹn.
Ẹ̀wọ̀n nù. Àgbàlagbà lélẹ́yìn kò lè tọ́lá sọ òun lọ́wọ́ kúkú ìlẹ́nu. Pé kí wọ́n sọ òun náà ti fún báwọn náà ṣe dà.
Wọ́n fẹ́ fi máa gbowó.
Ẹni ò bọ̀ sọ ọ̀dọ̀ yín ní nẹ́tíwọ̀kì yẹn ti wà o. Àti ń gbọ́ yín báyìí ló kí ẹ ti ń gbọ́ yín.
Ìmọ̀ àwọn orí ọ̀rẹ́ mi ẹ jẹ́ ìṣòro kan fún mi. Ẹ̀yin sọ nǹkan fún yín.
Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ mà kí ni ẹ mú ti fún ara ẹ̀ ní mi kọ́.
Yà mo mọ̀ mo ní ṣe ń gbọ́ mi ṣé mo kílẹ̀ ń sìn.
Yes, ma. Àti gbọ́ yín báyìí mà.
Nǹkan tẹ́mi fẹ́ sọ ni pé that autopsy tí wọ́n wá kà lánàá yẹn.
Ọ̀dọ́ yín ni ẹ sì.
Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan ẹ̀kọ́ tẹ́ wọ́n autopsy yẹn nìyẹn. Ẹni ọ̀dà tẹ̀mí mọ̀ pé wọ́n lè kú.
Àgbọ̀pọ̀ tẹ̀sán kì í rí sí mà. Àgbọ̀pọ̀ tẹ̀sán.
Lè sòótọ́ ṣùgbọ́n
Ọ̀tẹ́mi kọ̀ mọ̀ ní pé
ẹ̀ sábì.
wọ́n máa lọ fowó ra dráìvà.
Mọ̀rí ẹ ṣe máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. This is going to 2 years now. Ọ̀tẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ àmọ̀ pàṣẹ bá sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni. They've talked to him before.
Wọ́n sábì ṣùgbọ́n.
Kí ló máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn? Going to 2 years. It's not 1 week, it's not 2 weeks. They've already spoke to him. And they've already spoke to him. Ibi tí driver dé ti wá, ìlú tó ti wá, àwọn ò ní ṣe kínní. Driver dé 3 days ló wọ́n fi jẹun. Because of this, why driver did not attend the corona inquest is because of this ènìyàn ṣòro táwọn òbí mọ́sù. Ẹ má máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn náà, going to 2 years. Ẹ mọ̀ bóyá ó ti lọ bá ní. Gbogbo àwọn aláyé gbogbo olówó ti lọ bá náà. Ó dínà ìwọ̀n ni náà.
Nàìjíríà la wà kò sẹ́ni tí wọ́n lè sọ fún pé.
No, Nigeria, this is going to 2 years. No, this is going to 2 years. This is going to 2 years.
Nàìjíríà la wà. Nàìjíríà
They should have banned him off.
Nàìjíríà tẹ̀ sọ náà. Àwọn kan wà tán níbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọ̀fà.
They should have banned him off.
Lóya káwọn kú báyìí.
Ẹ mọ̀ ọkọ̀ tó ti gbà
Tó sọ wípé òun kàn máa ń mú mi. Tó sọ wípé pé.
Ẹ jẹ́ má bínú. For those 2 people, ẹ dúró. Ẹ ní sùúrù. Mi ò láìpẹ́ jẹ́ ìsọ tèmi náà. Ibi iṣẹ́ ni mo wà mí lè ṣe tán ni. Ṣé tí lè jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ kan fún yín? Because tí bá ti wọ underground, my network will not be stable. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ kan fún yín. This is going to 2 years. This is arithmetic. Put the puzzle together. They go and beg in. Wọ́n ti ṣe lọ́ọ̀tì fún un. I'm telling you. That is why that stupid fake barrister, Taiwo Dumosu, did not bring this man to corona inquest. Those are the people that are supposed to attend corona inquest. And from the onset, tí gbogbo wọn ti wá, because driver, ẹni torí wọ́n ti Mohbad fi gbá window Prado ní ló pa ikú Mohbad because of that is prime boy. If the police can put wanted on prime boy, the driver of the Prado supposed to. Since 2023 ló yẹ kó ti wá sí corona inquest. Kí ló dé tó fi ń delay?
Ẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ní wọ́n ti bá sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn ni. Náà ó wá sí. Ó bá ní nǹkan tó fi wá náà. So I can say that Ọlọ́run má jẹ́
No. You are saying that what you are trying to say that if they pay him now, it's going to change the statement.
Ṣé wọn ò ní lórí pé tó bá sọ ó fún ṣé wọn ò ní ṣéǹjì ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu wọn?
Kò lè change ọ̀rọ̀ is already in court. It's not on the road.
Change mọ́ ti late.
Nínú court ni ó ti ṣe court.
Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo owó tó fi gbé prime boy ṣé kò change ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu?
Prime boy must change ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu. Prime boy must change ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu.
Lẹ́yìn ṣé kò change ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu?
Spending ò change ọ̀rọ̀ ni ẹ̀ ń sọ kátàkátà ni wàhálà ní ayé spending ni. Kò sí ìkókò wà ń pààyàn.
Ṣé kò ṣe kó change ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu ni?
You don't understand. Lying is different to. I said this before.
I'm not saying lying.
I want to change it.
Changing.
I'm not saying lying. Not changing. Mo kọ́ tó ń pè changing ni. Spending òun ti sọ statement ṣe that is kò dé tally with what the driver said. Àdúrà nìkan like mi èèyàn tó sọ̀rọ̀. Àdúrà nìkan. I think it's vegetable. Àdúrà nìkan ló lè yọ rẹ̀ kúrò because àdúrà ni nobody tó gbóhùn after 12 o'clock àdúrà ló mo ti sọ kíní yẹn so títàdúrà ti di kí lẹ́ ń pè driver ó tálì ti spending kò tálì tí Wùmí kò tálì.
ọmọ mi yé tẹnu sọ wọn gbẹgbẹ o bàbá náà ó tálì bàbá náà so.
No. Let's forget about Baba. Baba is not with them from Sunday, okay? Baba lọ́bẹ̀ ni ọmọ ti kú. Ìgbà tó wà láyé ni àwọn tó ń pè. Baba lọ́bẹ̀ ni ọmọ ti kú. Tí bàbá ò bá lọ́bẹ̀ tí bàbá bá wà nílé wọn ní pé bàbá kó wá sọ̀rọ̀ ní court because inú ilé bàbá ni bàbá jókòó sí. Yes, but torí pé bàbá ti lọ́bẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ ti contact pẹ̀lú ọmọ yẹn òkú yẹn.
ẹ máa mọ̀ nǹkan pé Nigerians kà kò sí kan tó pọ̀ sí.
ẹ má máa sọ a ní kò ṣe under the judiciary not under judiciary. It's not ọlọ́pàá kí lè sọ yìí. ẹjọ́
Amori anybody tó bá lọ fún driver lówó báyìí owó tí wọ́n jẹ bàbá ńlá driver ni wọ́n sọ fún ọgbà fún driver lówó kó lọ fi pátá ní àìpàdúrà tí driver ti ń gbà látijọ́ ẹ̀ olólùfẹ́ fẹ́ dáhùn nìyẹn owó ọ̀fẹ́ ni kò sí ẹni tí owó ẹ̀ lè dà. I've told you something under oath tí driver ti sọ̀rọ̀ ṣe tó gbébọn sí lórí ó sọ ó tún fi illustration sí ó sọ ó tún fi àjàsà sí ó sọ ó tún give example pé ká lóun ni Mohbad ṣe kó máa na Wùmí pa ní pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ṣe fún Mohbad tó kẹ́ẹ̀gbọ́n pé kí ṣe lórí ẹ̀gbọ́n sọ wípé ó yà sọ báyìí ó sọ ó tún fi ọ̀rọ̀ gbé lẹ́sẹ̀ ó tún fi kò mú òkun sí you understand so everybody mọ̀ pé driver express ara ẹ̀ gangan ni ó express kò sí ìrìn tó kàn ó express ara ẹ̀ ó tọ́ dẹ̀ ni ká ní driver ẹni Mohbad a ti gbá ojú Wùmí bí kan mi I'm telling you the truth. Ìgbọ́ngbà tí obìnrin tó bá lọ aṣọ mọ́ ọkọ ẹ lọ́rùn ọkọ lọ kọrin ó bàjà lọ láti ilé lọ sí ibi tó ti lọ kọrin ó bàjà ó tún parí orin ó tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń bàjà láti ibi tó ti lọ kọrin yẹn ó tún bàjà lọ sílé èdè ó ń gbaṣọ yamọ lọ́rùn ó ń já nẹ́kẹ̀tì ó ń ṣe dáadáa ó ń bu ó ń ṣèpè fún ó ń ṣe ogun ẹ̀ fún. Ẹ wo irú Mohbad yẹn bóyá ni wọ́n pé mẹ́ta láyé irú ọkùnrin Mohbad yẹn bóyá ló pé mẹ́ta láyé I'm telling you the truth. Wọ́n jẹ́ normal circumstances á ti gbá ojú Wùmí bí anything now. Àfi tí bá ṣe pé bóyá odidi adìyẹ ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ ló kù. Wọ́n jẹ́ normal circumstance á ti gbá ojú Wùmí bí anything. Kò jẹ́ báyìí pé Mohbad ò ṣe anything. Ó tún sọ̀kalẹ̀ ó tún lọ bá Wùmí pé parí ìjà pẹ̀lú ọ̀gá Wùmí tún sọ pé ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kú ni ó máa sunkún kú ni imagine. So nobody told the driver to say anything. Ó ṣe jẹ́gẹ́gẹ́ gẹ́lẹ́ oní driver sọ. Ẹ máa gbọ́ pé driver sọ̀rọ̀ lórí bíríìjì. Àbí? So if somebody has coached him, he would have told him to talk about the bridge now. But he didn't say anything about it. You understand? So the driver gave the true reflection of what happened and what he knows. You get it? So if anybody goes behind Aladi Funlowo, àwọn yẹn ló wà là owó tí wọ́n jẹ bàbá lẹ̀ ni wọ́n san fún kó wó owó yẹn kó fi pata nothing will happen. What the driver said the Corona court is binding. Ilé ti spend it sọ́dọ̀ the Corona court is binding. You understand? Just like Adura. Any question tí wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ Adura the Corona court ó ní Wùmí ló sọ fún mi. So Adura has not made any statement of his own. Everything tó ń sọ third party statement Adura kan sọ Wùmí ló sọ fún mi Wùmí ló sọ fún mi wọn Adura sọ. So somebody like Adura can go back to Corona in court and say Corona can say I want to give my own full testimonies. And if you are lying because he has literally said nothing. Ó kàn sọ third party ni you get it? But someone like this baba driver tó sọ̀rọ̀ tó tún fi àjàsà sí tó sọ̀rọ̀ tó tún fa kòmókun ẹ̀yọ tó sọ̀rọ̀ tó tún show action. The guy was not only expressing himself through his voice, he was also expressing himself through physical activities. Fún wa nà sẹ́ pé ká lóun ni. Káláwé yẹn gbé fídíò bọ́yẹ̀ jáde ni people would have seen his reaction nígbà tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Mo ṣọ́ọ̀pù máa ju apá ó máa ju ẹsẹ̀ tó fi máa ṣọ́ pé ó wà seriously displeased pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí Wùmí ṣe fún Mohbad. That was what we call true confession, true testament nìyẹn. Not only by word by word of the mouth, but by body language too. So nobody can go and buy him. And if they like, let them go and buy him. Ọlọ́run ti lò nothing will change again. Tó bá fún lówó kó fi pátá, kó fi jadìyẹ, kó fi gbọ́mọ, òun ló mọ̀. Nothing will happen. Eléyìí tó fi sọ ní corona inquest yẹn, confirm ni, ìṣe wíwí, sọ gidi ni, I'm telling you the truth. Wùmí ló pa Mohbad, everybody ti mọ̀. Kí wọ́n gbé Wùmí ni o, tí wọ́n bá dẹ̀ gbé, nǹkan tó máa gbé Wùmí máa gbé. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Sherry, àwọn tó gba nọ́mbà driver yẹn, they just want to use it to cash out. One, they want to use it to cash out. Two, its life can be threatened. It's not safe. Because the reason why they collect them, only that driver number, the doctor is there. Why can't they collect the doctor's number? Ṣé driver nìkan ló ti ń wá síbẹ̀ yẹn ni? Darosha wá síbẹ̀ ṣe gba nọ́mbà Darosha. Ẹ jẹ́ kí mute because mi ò fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ fún un.
Wọ́n mọ̀ pé driver yẹn.
Tí o bá ń ṣe pọ̀ fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ́yà, kí náà bọ̀rọ̀ lọ gba nọ́mbà driver fún. Àní driver tí mo fẹ́ sọ ti sọgbọ̀ kọ́ tó mọ̀. Ẹ wọ́n lè gba driver yẹn tójú ayé òde níye tí wọ́n wá bí fẹ́ tí mo máa rówó. Kí lè fẹ́ gbẹ̀gẹ́ bí wọ́n yà jẹ driver pápákọ̀
driver yóò gbọ́dọ̀ kú. Nǹkan kò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe é. Kò gbọ́dọ̀ kú.
Nobody kept talking about Perez hospital. People kept talking about. Let me tell you something about Perez. Those people that fail to come. Kuramed has finished Perez. Abi, say Perez ló wá àbí Kuramed ló wá? Perez ló wá àbí? Perez ló wá. Okay. Perez has finished Kuramed. With everything Perez has said, all the Kuramed is a tight corner. Everything tí Perez sọ pé òun rí lára Mohbad. Kuramed ò lè wá kó ní pé wọn ò rí the same thing. Kò possible. Nígbà tí wọ́n sọ pé 4:30 ni wọ́n gbé Mohbad dé ọ̀dọ̀ Perez. And then Kuramed àti Perez wọn jìnnà síra. Yàtọ̀ around 3:30 ni wọ́n máa gbé Mohbad dé ọ̀dọ̀ Kuramed nìyẹn. And don't also forget, around 2:20 ni nọ́ọ̀sì dé ọ̀dọ̀ Mohbad. Wọ́n lè ní Mohbad kú bí 1 hour after tí nọ́ọ̀sì débẹ̀. That is, Mohbad tí wọ́n ní o. Wọ́n ní Mohbad ti wọ́n ló kú níbi 3:20 ni wọ́n tún àdìsọ fún wa yẹn àbí. So between 3:20 and bóyá bíi 4 o'clock ono máa dé ọ̀dọ̀ Perez nìyẹn náà. Isn't it? So the same thing tí Kuramed sọ pé àwọn rí lára Mohbad. Òun náà ni Perez máa rí lára Mohbad nígbà tí wọ́n bá wá. There will not be any difference. So kò sí irọ́ tí wọ́n fẹ́ pa. Kò sí bó ẹgbẹ́ parọ́ yẹn tó. Wọ́n lè láwọn rí Mohbad pé Mohbad mi kò possible. Wọ́n lè láwọn rí Mohbad pé Mohbad ń ju apá. Wọ́n lè sọ pé àwọn rí Mohbad ibi tó ti ń kọrin. Wọ́n lè láwọn rí Mohbad ibi tó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀. Kò possible now. Òkú ni wọ́n gbé Mohbad débẹ̀. So tó bá wù wọ́n lo ọjọ́ mẹ́ta tó wọ́n kàn lo oṣù mẹ́ta. Nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ must correlate with what the second hospital said. So they are in tight corner. So if they lie, let them come out. If they lie, don't let them come out. They cannot change what is already known. And that was already known is the fact that Mohbad was taken dead into the 2 hospitals. Mohbad was already gone, before he was taken to the 2 hospitals. They said he could not open his mouth. Everything he lay then. Ní ṣe òkú tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kú, ó ti lọ bí òkú tó ti kú bí 24 hours ago. All the signs and symptoms are there. The doctor did not want to come out totally. That's why I told you so about when Kekate sọ. But it was obvious. Mohbad kì í ṣe òkú ọjọ́ kan, kì í ṣe òkú ọjọ́ on 12. Mohbad kú láti 11. Wọ́n gbé sílé, wọ́n bò mọ́ra. Wọ́n wá bóyá máa ṣe, wọ́n plan. Òkú ẹ̀ ti gbẹ. At the point, wọ́n gbé délé, níjọ́ yẹn ní ọlọ́dún 12 dáwọ́ ṣe sọ pé Mohbad ti fẹ́ máa rùn òun làwọn ṣe ń bá mọ̀ ẹ̀ ó ní pé Mohbad fẹ́ máa rùn làwọn ṣe ń bá mọ̀ ẹ̀ lọ́dún 12 òkú ọjọ́ kìíní wo ló ń rùn tó possible ni lórí sójà òkú ọjọ́ kan náà so ẹgbẹ́ bàbá púfẹ̀ pọ̀ ní 12 ló kú àmàmà expect ẹ̀ so one thing is certain Mohbad died as a result of fight that happened between him and Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo, and that was the last thing we heard about Mohbad. The last time we ever saw Mohbad was when he dropped Mohbad off at his house, and he said he never saw Mohbad again. And Mohbad was walking to the house alive. Mohbad was not struggling to breathe when he was walking to that house. He was not panting for breath.
Question kan, àwọn tí wọ́n gba nọ́mbà driver, kí ni motive wọn?
Whatever tí bàjẹ́ motive wọn, ẹ má worry, ẹ má ṣe yọnu. Kí driver gbowó lọ́wọ́ everybody wọn kò sí wàhálà. Kó lọ fi pátá, kò sí problem. Àwọn ló mọ̀, wọ́n fẹ́ sanwó sàrà fún driver ni.
Wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe sàárọ̀ fẹ́ dá sojú ayé ni.
Káàdì ìnáwó ni. Bí driver tètè mọ̀ bóyá máa ṣe ara ẹ̀. Major thing ni pé driver ti gàmì sí máìkì. Ó sọ wọn pé Wùmí ó bá Mohbad jàjàjàjàjàjàjà ní títí dẹnu kú. Ó bàjà títí tí ó fi pa ni. Nǹkan tá a fẹ́ gbọ́ òní driver ti sọ. Ẹgbọ́n lọ tóbi, eléyìí tó kù.
Aláwọ̀ àgbà.
Sórí nìyẹn.
Ìwọ tó bá ẹyẹ ká máa gbọ́rọ̀ driver ni.
This like I don't really know, but you got to do like say no, I'm not sorry. You to want yes or wish. I don't know exactly how. Sometimes this should be one thing for for sure. So that we start to go for the show. Okay. Sometimes they go for food. That's kind of like that. Not Lagos. We buy two for that place. You know, we was I'm go pass it. I'm going here. So we cannot in fact that day. The only day friend job. Okay. Friend not touch. Okay. So you go on the night because we don't call that if you call that those guys don't get joined. I think that you should get anything. And I try to know this man. Because before we were on the land, after the place go on that go meet the for the other side for the parent and the party. Okay. So the rest so go dey blow the place if you food is like the blow I out to blow glass. Yeah, put the glass. The glass brown to bring the glass of blood. So that I share go I share get by it's in a box. I'm put it go to that glass and I share all. I share go on I just go to the company.
Even before this fight, kó má jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti fún ní nǹkan kan mu kó kọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé wọ́n sì náà bá something like tí yàn bá mú nǹkan kan fight kékeré. The question tó yẹ kán bí Wunmi is that Wunmi sọ́rí alábà àbí kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ má bínú o ni pé ṣé o gbé ọmọ yìí ṣé o tẹ̀lé wọn lọ ṣé o rí ó ti jẹ́ pé táìmù tó tẹ̀lé wọn lọ ṣé o ní gbogbo nǹkan ìyá kù kí ni wọ́n fi ìsátìsá rẹ̀ kí ni wọ́n fún un gbogbo yẹn àwọn dókítà ò rí wọ́n ṣe zẹ́mìnàmìnàmìnàmìnà yìí.
Sunday to Monday. Okay. So Monday, Sunday to afternoon. Let me say Monday to midnight. No, Sunday reach midnight. Yes. Okay. One nice day. What time when I reach house? We reach around night. Okay. So after I only sleep, but I don't the guys come and say, don't go buy message, don't go say, I'm not there for the next time. I tell them that, the whole school started moving. And I started moving now. They said they just rushed to the next one.
Which day did that day?
That day was on
Monday. Okay.
So that Monday, I was there till 9, 10
in the morning.
In the morning, at this level, 9. Why you come outside?
Okay.
Yes, man, boss, okay, no problem. So, because they come outside, not come and sleep here. So, you sleep here, see, yes. So, I said, if I'm not going access to the yes.
Okay, that's why I'm sick.
Okay, so now I'm going to tell my wife, I say, I just will give you money to this $100. See, $100, guys, it's small, which is like $500. See, me go see you. Yeah, there's something like 2 hours, 1 hour plus there. Come back, see, they don't come for my man, go meet somebody, I think they say, something, don't tell you that money. That's what you do, I say, oh, Susie, I just see for you.
So now, what did you like for this on Monday? All right, your name once again. Okay, and for
a jẹ́ pé Monday ni bọ̀bọ́ yẹn kú nìyẹn náà.
ṣèbí Monday ni driver yẹn sọ pé ní kò ń lọ report.
Yẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
So driver kan ti confam fún wa pé Monday ni.
Yes, na ó sọ mi.
Ṣé yí lè rí wáyé ẹgbẹ́ kí n tọ́ Monday ní ṣá?
Yes, ẹgbẹ́ kí n lọ.
Monday ni yẹn. No, ṣèbí interview tí driver yẹn sọ nìyẹn ẹ tún pè.
Okay, that's why
so now, what did you like for this on Monday? All right, your name once again.
Gbọ́ na Monday ní alẹ́ Saturday Monday ló ń jẹ́ báyìí.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mà, nǹkan tí wọ́n béèrè ni pé but kò ṣe inú Inquest ló ti sọ ilé.
Nínú Inquest.
But àwọn kan lè sọ.
Inquest ni wọ́n ṣe interview fún ni, wọ́n ṣe interview fún ta.
Níta. According to wọ́n ní ó sọ pé àkọ́bí around 9 to 11 ló ń gbọ́ pé wọ́n sọ pé ó kú tó ń sọ pé wọ́n lọ report Tuesday làwọn èèyàn tẹ̀ ń gbé kiri.
Bẹ̀rẹ̀ Monday tóun túnṣu ní driver òun wá bá wọn ó wọ máa bọ̀ àti polókan jáde ó ní ọ̀gá òfin ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ló ń sọ pé àtọ́jú kíláàsì yìí ó lóun sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé tóun bá jáde òun nílé ìdíkò ti wọ university.
Irú tẹ bá wo question tí wù mí bíi pé ìnáwó wà surprise kò gbọ́ pé inú àyẹ̀ tún síbẹ̀.
Yes. Ó sọ pé náà ó wá lópin ẹni bí àtọ́nù sọ 100 àlóòdà òun tẹ̀lé kó máa tó 500 lónìí ń bọ̀.
Ó lè rí ìnáwó owó yẹn bá náwó ó tún ní ìwọ̀n pé ó máa tó 500 ó lé olórí burúkú ọmọ. Látẹ̀ pé owó ọmọ lọ́mọ wọn lọ́nà pé ó jẹ́ ìwọ̀n lọ́sẹ̀ lọ́wọ́
tó sọ nínú court nínú Inquest.
Monday
kò dárúkọ gan kò dárúkọ bí a ti ṣe Monday
òun yẹn tí ṣe bí abẹ́ta
ló súnmọ́jú síbẹ̀.
ìrísẹ́ tí ó ṣe ṣó ó súnmọ́jú síbẹ̀ mọ́.
náà ní second day náà.
ẹni sùn ó súnmọ́jú síbẹ̀. tó ìgbà tó wá di something 11 ni Wùmí wá bọ́ta.
láti sọ Monday.
ní Monday. Wùmí wá bọ́ta ní Monday pé ṣé òun ṣì wà nígbà yìí ní kọ̀ọ̀kan. So wọ́n sọ pé òun ò tí ì lọ pé torí pé wọ́n ò tí fix car òun àbí kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣá. Tó bọ́dẹ̀ ṣe fún lówó nìyẹn ní around 11 a.m.
Mo fún lówó gan. Ó ní ó pé ọkọ̀ níládìtọ̀ tó máa lọ ṣe kí òfin lówó.
Tó máa lọ ṣe lọ́dún.
So ó dẹ̀ lọ. So wá ní Tuesday ni wọ́n wá pè òun ní something 9 to 11 pé ẹni tó ń gbé lọ sí kìnnìkan pé ó ti kú ò pé kóun lọ report ara òun ní station o. So Tuesday ló ní wọ́n pè òun.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ clarify nìyẹn torí èmi rò pé bí wọ́n sọ pé àtẹ̀sáàmì dáṣe.
ṣé Tuesday ló lọ́pọ̀ òun ni àmọ̀rí àbí kí n kọ́ tẹ́ play ṣé Tuesday ló sọ ni.
Tuesday ló pè òun Monday ti lọ ṣe car
Monday ló lọ ṣe káà.
After the place, go come back, go meet the truck on the other side for the party. So go dey follow the train.
around 3 a.m. night ọkọ̀ wíńdò ẹ̀ wípé ṣé ó ní mọ́tò wọ́n fẹ́ lọ rògbò fún Mohbad lóòrùn.
Ẹ̀yẹ ní Monday yẹn ní ìyàwó Monday òru Sunday mọ́jú Monday
ni ó ti bọ́ sí láti lèkì láti fi Monday nìyẹn ó sọ pé no.
That's Monday morning.
Monday 8 Monday láàárọ̀.
Which day that day? That day was on Monday. Okay. So on Monday, I will get to 9 in the morning. Go to this level. Okay. One boss on okay. So because this is the from my studio. So I think money we access to the okay, that's why
Monday lélẹ̀ so ọjọ́ Tuesday náà wá pé kó lọ rìpọ́tà rẹ̀ fún station pẹ́ni tó gbé lánàá ti kú o wáì tí wọ́n ṣe ń rìpọ́t ṣe bóun kọ́ ló gbé òun kọ́ ló gbé so inú ìkórìíra Inquest lójú sọlẹ̀ lánàá òun náà gbé kiri pé kí ni wọ́n ṣáàlè gbé bọ́ sí lọ́rùn ó tó sọ nǹkan tó sọ yìí gbogbo ohun tó pamọ́ ojú Ọlọ́run ló tó. Bóyá bẹ́ẹ̀ trap ẹ̀ dáhùn so that òun náà lè máa sọ òun náà nílé wà sọ gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ yìí ká ló lọ pàáfà ọgbọ́dọ̀ mẹni tó lọ pàáfà.
So now what you like focusing on Monday go. All right, your name once again. Okay.
Ṣé ti gbọ́? Ó yìí na Monday gangan ń tẹ́tí ló gangan sí. Ó ti lo driver tún lo gangan sí. So ọ̀rọ̀ people yìí I don't know.
For this case now, what you say? Okay. And tell us what's your name, Lisa. Lisa. Okay. Which one did you do?
Hello, see, okay, ẹ jẹ́ n post record yẹn sórí Amoni backup page ní ìsìn bọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ n post record yẹn sórí Amoni backup page ní bọ̀.
Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ mọ́ mi ju ẹ káàárọ̀ everybody ẹ ju possible ẹ káàárọ̀. Tí mo wà audible ṣé ń gbọ́ mi?
Yes ma bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ma.
Mo feel wípé ṣé mo wípé níjọ́ Monday tí bàbá yẹn kú níjọ́ Tuesday kó tó di pé wọ́n pe bàbá ṣe rí àwọn event kan àwọn nǹkan kan máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ilé yẹn tẹ́ bá rántí bàbá òun bá àwọn aláàfáà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n ti test driver ní 9 a.m. láàárọ̀ pé kó lọ report ara ẹ̀ ní police station.
Ọba dúró mo bọ̀. Bí ẹ bá sọ̀rọ̀ lọ sí mi sí.
Tó mo ń wo wípé ó dàbí wípé ṣé mo pé driver yẹn nìkan ló left out nínú gbogbo event tó ṣẹlẹ̀ níjọ́ Monday yẹn ṣá. So mo feel wípé torí ẹ̀ ló ṣe lè sọ truth ẹ̀. So apparently ó dàbí pé nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe ni wípé okay nínú gbogbo àwa tí tó witness incident tó ṣẹlẹ̀ driver yẹn nìkan ló kù.
Gbogbo àwa ṣé inú wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Kí lẹ rí?
Ṣé wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni?
Wọ́n sọ as an example ni now.
Okay.
mi ò fira mi sí o mi ò tiẹ̀ gbé Nàìjíríà gan débi pé mo fẹ́ wà bẹ́ẹ̀. So nǹkan tí mo ń jà láti sọ ni wípé nínú gbogbo àwọn tó lọ show yẹn jọ yẹn ṣé mo pé Prime Boy ti bọ́lẹ̀ ní Kòròdú.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So driver nìkan ló kù gbogbo àwọn yòókù wà nílé yẹn kò sí èèyàn kankan tó jáde driver dẹ̀ wà lẹ́nu gate tó
fi driver tó kò sẹ́ni tó bọ́lẹ̀.
Exactly kò sí èèyàn kan tó bọ́lẹ̀ so driver nìkan ló wà ń tà. So mo fi wípé nǹkan tó ṣe test ẹ ní 9 a.m. níjọ́ yẹn ni wípé tó bá ti tí bàbá yẹn bá ti lọ police station báyìí láti police station náà máa ti wọ́ lọ́lé yẹn so tóun náà bóyá like according to nǹkan tó sọ o pé wọ́n múlẹ̀ pé nǹkan tá a fà yẹn lọ ṣe inú ilé yẹn nìyẹn I don't know how true is that. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ ti yé yín bó ṣe wà yín tó bá jẹ́ wípé driver yẹn report ààrẹ sí police station níjọ́ yẹn ni bọ̀bọ́ yẹn ò ní sọ anything tí ó máa òun náà máa join wọn. Ṣé ẹ understand nǹkan tí mo jọ láti sọ ṣá mo free pé kò bí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe fún nìyẹn.
Kathleen, you are right. Ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo wọn pátá ló ti múlẹ̀ débi pólísì yẹn ibẹ̀ yẹn lọ́ní pé kò lọ sódà tó máa keep it short.
You are very correct. Wọ́n fẹ́ mú mọ́lẹ̀ ní station ni tọ́jọ́ pé kò lọ station yẹn ká ní kó lọ station kò ní lè bọ́ta wọ́n máa threaten yẹn wọ́n lè tún máa jọ wo agreement.
Script tọkọ yìí àwọn nǹkan táwọn ọmọ yẹn ń lò yìí àwọn ọmọ yìí kọ́ ló ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn ọlọ́pàá àti lọ́ọ̀yà àti Ìyábọ̀ àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta tó ń wà behind àwọn script yẹn nìyí àwọn ọmọ yìí ò lọ́pọlọ débẹ̀ yẹn àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké làwọn ọmọ yìí o àwọn ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé bó ṣe wà yẹn drug ti báyé wọn jẹ́ ọmọ kéékèèké ni wọ́n ní sense dé gbogbo bẹ̀ yẹn ẹ wà dúrà ṣáàdúrà lè kọ anything Wùnmí fúnra rẹ̀ gbọ́kọ̀ tí VDM sọ ní VDM sọ wípé gbogbo nǹkan tó post ní ìjọ tó bá fi ó lóun mọ̀ pé nǹkan lòun ó kọ ló type ẹ̀ náà so script yẹn Jerry okay ẹ jẹ́ ká máa wò ná finger cross ẹ rí létí àrọ̀.
Púpọ̀ yẹn náà ni bàbá yẹn lọ tí wọ́n gbà kí wọ́n kọ statement fún.
Ọlọ́pàá ló wà behind gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe yìí aside wípé everybody wà mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti wà compromised but script tí wọ́n ń lò àwọn ọlọ́pàá so nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe fún bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn nìyẹn ká ní bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn and ṣé dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé driver yẹn ó dàbí pé their first time tó máa bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ nìyẹn ẹ understand so wọn ò mọ lé ẹ wọn ò ní any information about him if not wọ́n ti lọ lé wọ́n ti lọ threaten him because àti sọ pé àti ń wá driver yẹn ti pẹ́ náà. So they didn't see it coming driver yẹn máa wá.
And wọn ò mọ̀ pé number 2 wọn ò mọ̀ pé lọ́ọ̀yà ìwọ̀n bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn gbé ló bà níbi pa máa gbé wọn tátátá nǹkan kéékèèké tó máa sọ ìjà láti ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ṣẹ́ ti pé bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn lè sọ̀rọ̀ tó máa sọ if not wọ́n ti threaten.
Definitely. So it is well.
Nígbà tí bàbá yẹn dé station yẹn ọlọ́wọ́n ti kọ statement lọ wọ́n kọ̀ ní sọ fún ọ̀pọ̀ òun nìkan mọ́ ni. Station náà ní kó lọ report kí driver lọ report rẹ̀ sí.
Station yẹn náà ni station yẹn because bó ṣe wà á lè jẹ́ pé pàǹtí náà máa ní kó lọ gbogbo wọn pàǹtí náà lọ náà. So pàǹtí níbi tágbára wọn wà nìyẹn. Tẹ́ bá observe nígbà tí bàbá kọ petition season 2 náà wọ́n move ẹ padà sí pàǹtí. So ibi tí lọ́ọ̀yà títẹ̀ ní IPO Mohammed tó handle case yẹn ibi tó wà nìyẹn. Nàìjíríà ó ti di dàkúdà ti gbọ́.
Wọ́n wá aṣọ látàdọ̀ sùn wọn pílẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ dírẹ́bà yìí látàdọ̀ wọn sọ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ dírẹ́bà yìí látàdọ̀.
Wọ́n mọ̀ lè pílẹ̀
nígbà tó ní tóògùn wá síta lánàá ṣé mọ̀ wípé nígbà tá a gbọ́ news gbogbo wa wà lọ́dọ̀ yìí ti máa wà lánàá tí omítòògùn sọ nonsense tẹ́ bá ní tí gbogbo wọn tẹ́ bá ní bó ṣe ń jubilate tí gbogbo wọn rẹ́rìn dínú wọn dùn wípé toxicology autopsy ó come out undetermined ṣó ti yẹ yín tí gbogbo wọn dùn later on ìgbà tí driver yẹn tó wá test ṣẹ́jọ́ rí tó wá ṣẹ̀ wá testify tó sọ everything gbogbo wọn lánàá títí komi tó gùn gan kò séèyàn kankan ní wọn tó wà life lánàá because èmi máa ń rìn káàkiri gbogbo wọn sá wọlé ni wọn kò sí èèyàn kankan tó lè.
omi tó gùn ṣe láìpò but
later ní gbogbo time tí ta wà lọ́dọ̀ mọ́mí kọ́ńfìlànà tí wọ́n tá ń stream lady tẹnu eégún yẹn tàgbà tá ń stream ẹ̀ lánàá so gbogbo wọn ò sí ń ta wọ́n ti wọlé ṣé nǹkan ti because ìgbà tó jẹ́ wípé drivers tébù kékeré tí gbogbo wọn manage tí gbogbo wọn jókòó lé lórí ó ti kán gbogbo ó ti fọ́ tí ò dẹ̀ ṣe tún ṣe mọ́ I understand so because wọ́n fi wípé toxicology àti autopsy yẹn pé ibẹ̀ nìkan wípé once ọba ti come out undetermined case closed tó yẹ mo sọ fún yín pé wọn ò lọ́pọlọ wọn mọ̀ pé so many ẹgbẹ́ àìgbọ́n mi ni.
ibùgọ̀ ó dàbí pé àwọn pípù yẹn ní àwọn tí wọn ò mí o kankan àtàwá gan I expect pé driver kìíní Prado máa wá lánàá.
nǹkan tí mo sọ nìyẹn.
nobody expect it pé driver yẹn bọ̀ lánàá.
láti jẹ́ wípé mọ́mí.
kò sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó expect pé má nìyẹn máa wá lánàá yẹn.
mọ́mí rich grace sọ̀rọ̀ kan lánàá wípé bí driver yẹn ṣe débi ìkọ̀bọ̀ tí ẹ jẹ́ ká kí gbogbo wọn gùrẹ́sì mọ́mí rich grace bàbá fúnra rẹ̀ in fact àwọn tó bá sọ wípé bàbá yẹn ò wá justice àwọn nìyẹn ó kù wọn kọ lọ́hùn. bàbá try.
wọ́n ti máa sáré sọ síta.
wọ́n wà ní gbogbo dá yes now ṣàtẹ̀rí ṣe pé nísìgbà tó ti cut gbogbo àwọn pípù yẹn dànù rí ẹ wò in fact bínú mi ṣe ń dùn it's 5 a.m. láàárọ̀ mo tún ti jí tó yẹ kí n máa sùn tí mi ò lọ ṣiṣẹ́ weekend.
That's why as a matter of fact even the pathology result that was high, Auntie Grace. The pathology result, even as a matter of fact, it's not something that you can throw away because if it is, like I said earlier, if it is undetermined, it means it could mean, like I said, 0.001. It could mean that in light of no information regarding or leading to Mohbad's death, so as the coroner inquest continues and as information is being gleaned from those who were involved in Mohbad's death, then we can take the undetermined result out of the shelf once again and juxtapose it to the revelations that is, given by those who were in the house, who were apprehended, the information that they give out. So, for now, we might not be able to use it in light of lack of information as regards the circumstances that led to Mohbad's death. But it does not mean that the autopsy and toxic report in its entirety is a fail, that we can just toss it into the bin. We can still use it as information begins to come out. So now they can make a good case for forensics in light of the account of the driver and the account of the doctor, because we can see that the timeline is different. If the nurse says she encountered Mohbad 2:30, around 3, because she got a call around 2:30, I guess, or something, and then she met, someone who she feels is Mohbad, and the person spoke to her, and that was around 2:30 on Tuesday. And before then, the driver got a call around 9 a.m. to 12 in the morning that Mohbad is dead. So, phone forensics could be required to unravel or to clarify the circumstance. But from the account of the doctor, we can see that it's not Mohbad that was treated by the nurse. It could be someone else, or it may be that the nurse is actually lying or trying to play along with the scripts. So I think it was a quick narrative. They were quick to hop on the fact that the toxicology and autopsy result was a failure, and they wanted to use it to justify their position, which is against Baba. I think they should have just relaxed a bit and see the whole outcome of the inquest before they jump into conclusion, because they were all dragging Baba and they were so happy. They were so happy that the whole thing failed, and they are looking for a new leader who's going to lead them to the promised land for justice for Mohbad. And we can see the NGO boys begin to roll out some new publications and a lot of stuff like that. So yeah.
Even as for me, when I heard about the results yesterday that the toxicology and autopsy is undetermined, and I just said to myself that what next is going to be the phone forensic is very, very important, and the DNA.
You know, the
Because
thing is, they will first of all, with that statement that came out yesterday, it's enough to buckle the knees of the strongest, of someone with a strong mind, because we are all expecting that the autopsy and autopsy results will kind of hit the nail on the head much more, but we never knew that it is still going to be, like an undetermined, like it's still going to be slippery, as it was before. And the previous one that was rolled out by the state government. So, but it still does not mean that we will not be able to use it. According to the reasons given, is that the circumstances surrounding the death, the reasons for the death, could not be determined because of the lack of information at that point, and also decomposition. So, if, as the case is going, and those who were in the house, if they are cross-examined, and some information begin to trickle out, then the undetermined results could end up being determined if the accounts of those who were in the house, which is surrounding the death of Mohbad, can tally in some way with the toxicology and autopsy results. So we are expecting a much more definite answer yesterday, but we didn't get it with the reasons given. But let's keep our fingers crossed. We thank God that the driver has shed more light on it, because nobody can say the driver is lying, because whatever the driver gave, whatever account the driver gave at the inquest was, on oath. So we don't think the driver is going to change his voice. And even if he gets any money from them, he uses to build a house and buy a car and take care of himself. But he can't change it at the court. And also the doctor. The doctor highlighted that Mohbad is in a stage of palomotis, third stage of death, when you have black spot all over the palm and the palms of your leg, the palms of the leg and the palms of the hand. And by that time, because the blood circulation is no more, going on, because the blood circulation, gravity has taken hold of the body. So the blood is now has pulled at the base of the body, and it means the top part of the body is now pale. And what happens when an organism is dead and there's no more blood circulation? The first thing to happen, the first organism to begin to work on the body is what? Fungus, and which is hence the reason for the black spots on the palms of Mohbad. So fungus has begun to work on Mohbad, and this means that Mohbad has started internal decomposition in some way has started, which is in tandem with Darusha's report that his body is smelling or something. That is, I don't know if that is true. His body is smelling because Darusha. But decomposition has in a way started right from before they even brought him to the hospital. Third stage of decomposition. So let's keep our fingers crossed. The point is this: Mr. Muiwa might not perform as we expected him to perform, and what I personally feel is because Mr. Muiwa may not be aware of the devices stacked up against him and how he has been also used unwittingly, because he does not know a lot of conspiracy. Sometimes some people, they have their minds so clean and so, okay, let me say, naive. They don't really know the extent of the conspiracy, to such an extent that those who are around them, may be complicit and maybe also trying to maneuver them or manipulate them, to their own ignorance. They don't even know about it. So there is a possibility of that he does not know, and which, hence some of his mistakes. But at the same time, just as Mr. Avenger said, which is let's separate Mr. Muiwa from Babaloba. And let's understand that Babaloba is the man with the mission. And that at the end of the day, if justice is gotten for Mohbad, the reforms that will bring into the society, socially, economically, and of course politically, and more morally, mentally, spiritually, is going to be far-reaching, not just on our generation, but on generations to come. Hence, our involvement in this movement. So let's take this movement very, very serious. Emotions can pop up, oppositions will come, but let's understand the focus of what we are into, and then the reasons why they want to drag down or denigrate, assassinate Babaloba's character is simply because of the principle that to be able to destroy the sheep or to scatter the sheep, you have to what? Target the shepherd. You target the shepherd to scatter the sheep. You target the leader to destroy the movement. You kill the general to end the war. So we have to really understand the role that Mr. Aloba is playing and his spiritual authority or leadership in this role. And that if anything happens to Baba Aloba, that is the end of the movement. There is nobody that can do it like him, because he has the, in terms of the family, he has the leadership, he has the right. In terms of authority, he has it. In terms of spirituality, he's also rich in wisdom. So let's support him, not because we love him, no, not just that, but because we understand the reforms, the far-reaching reforms that Justice for Mohbad will bring, not just for us, but for our society. Let's understand that before any society begins to be great, the battle gets lost first on the spiritual battleground and on the moral battleground before we begin to see the social or or moral decay in this, for be able to notice the social moral decay in society. If you look at the Western world today and the reasons why they're having all forms of LGBT and all these gay rights and all this kind of rights that is against the natural law, the battle has been lost on the spiritual realm, because the leaders who were standing against these acts, the Western leaders that stood against all this kind of sexual practices or norms or traditions, they were killed in the 1960s and in the 1950s. They were assassinated. So the leadership of these, people have been, cut off. Hence, they created they replaced them, and then those replacements begin to canvas or go with the script. So if anything happens to Baba Aloba, it is the end. So let's take it serious. If we are seeing some things that we don't like, let us voice it out plainly, neutrally, in such a way that does not in any way affect the morale of those who are behind Mr. Aloba. And also, the man can't do it alone. He needs our support. He needs our advice, our opinion. He also needs all forms of, prayers. So let's play a role and not undermine it, because maybe some things happen when we experience some setback and we begin to get emotional and lose our state of mind. Let's maintain our composure and let's move on. So what happened yesterday was a step forward. The result of the autopsy and the autopsy is not to be thrown away. In light of new information, from those in the house, as we keep pushing for more information, and as more information and as more witnesses or more participants in some way, directly and indirectly, begins to speak out, then we can bring out the toxicology report again from the shelf, out of the shelf, and begin to juxtapose it and then verify certain facts. For now, we keep our fingers crossed. We double down on the statement of the driver and on the doctor, and we should not throw away the reports of the toxicology and the autopsy, and then we keep on moving and moving. And anywhere we see Mr. Muiwa, we should flog him, flog him once in a while, just flog him. So we are not really satisfied at the way things are going. Please, you should do better. Please do better. We should try to tell him to do better. We should try to push him to stay on course and get serious. And we should throw our 100% support beside Babalola. But let's at the same time, let's understand Mr. Muiwa. And let's not, go to the route of those people who actually does not even want no Muiwa or Baba to lead the movement, who are against the whole setup of the family, and also the anti-justice, who want Baba, who wants to derail the movement and to cast all sorts of negativity on the man. So that's what I'll say for now.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, nǹkan tẹ́mi kọ́ believe lórí gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ ni pé once jẹ́ pé you are for this person, you are for the person. If I rí anything, you can bring it online, you discuss it, you talk about it, that is it. But as for the driver, ṣe mọ̀ pàpàrọ̀ last week pé driver alpha gatesman 115 yẹn gbogbo pátápátá ló máa fi gbàlejò. Wọ́n ń gbé distraction wọn sọ̀rọ̀ àtọ̀yàn ibi tó yẹ ká channel energy wá sí àwa lọ ń jà. That's why àtọ̀wọ̀n yẹn bá ti ń comment àbọ̀ ń jà, mọ́ sọ fún òyìn pé ignore èèyàn ló wà bíbá yẹn sí kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí nǹkan comment tí ẹ bá lọ straight lórí comment yẹn ní focus. What we need now is focus nìkan tẹ̀ ní I need to listen.
Yes, I agreed. Crocodile, according to what you said, yes, I actually agreed 100% that we shouldn't, just overflog this Muiwa issue, right? But at the same time, we have to be extremely careful. You know that, right? Because we still have so many DNA, so, and that DNA part is very important.
Very important. Yes.
When I said very, very, that is why I actually emphasize it. It's very important. So if you said it's naive, well, to me, because I know some people have been talking to him behind, and some people have been, trying to let him know what is going on in this movement. So he can't tell me that it doesn't know. Because when people, I could remember when, I don't know, someone is saying, sorry. When Vengeance come to Baba's live and it was talking to that little guy, he was talking about his issue, about the money issue then that, that he posted fake receipt and all sort of that, right? So the next thing, the guy, what's his name? The guy that lived in London, what's his name? Agatha or something. Yeah. So he called me on that live immediately. That shouldn't be happened. And this guy too is on his live show. He called him, and the next thing, Muiwa said something else. Fine, we shouldn't overflog this issue, but we just need to talk about it. There's no how we won't talk about it, because as a power of Anthony, he needs to know his job. Because some people are looking at the aspect of maybe probably he has compromised, right? But now we have to know that Baba is the leader of this. Baba is the leader of this movement. So Baba too need to understand what is going on ground. Because how can we do our own autopsy? This is a private autopsy, and according to what I heard, they said it was carried out in Europe. It's not possible. The autopsy and toxicology in Europe can never come out undetermined. It can never. When I said never, and you said something that when the doctor, and the doctor said when they take Mohbad to the hospital that it has, according to you, what you said, that I guess that he has started decomposition from inside, right? Am I right, Crocodile?
Yes.
So definitely, I guess what happened is that Mohbad must have been given some chemical to maybe probably the inject what was injected, or it was given something to drink, because how can a body of just is not even up to 24 hours has started decomposing? It's not possible.
Yeah, that's why we suspect a conspiracy. We can't rule out. In fact, most of it is conspiracy, right from the first autopsy and toxicology, because the DPO, I think the PRO, who spoke with Berekete, they said they conducted the autopsy and toxicology at NMS. It turned out to be a lie. For them to be able to lie at the highest level, that the toxin and autopsy was done in a place where, it was later verified that it wasn't done. It means that there is a high-ranking, conspiracy of of some persons who know that the toxicology and autopsy, if well conducted, is a penalty, is a straight fire to unravel the death of Mohbad. So the same persons or the same elements who are involved in that conspiracy could likely also penetrate in your show. Who also will, maybe use a particular, or maybe it could be the same elements who recommended a pathologist, or that I don't know, because I don't know where it was done. Maybe they did it in Europe, or maybe they brought an European all the way from, they brought the pathologist from Europe to do it in Nigeria. So, but whatever, Either they brought the person from Europe, or either they did it in Europe, or they brought the pathologist from Europe to Nigeria to conduct it. The point is, there's possibility, the probability of conspiracy is higher. But I'm trying to put a calming effect on it by adding that the decomposition, and the lack of information. It is a 0.003% calming factor. But we all know that there is a conspiracy, all right? So, because autopsies are conducted on dead bodies, on corpses, or on remains for thousands of years. You can imagine autopsy done on dinosaurs, and toxicology done on dinosaurs who have died millions of years ago, and the cause of death of the dinosaurs could be easily established.
Absolutely.
Dinosaurs who are dead 66 million years ago, sometimes they are able to fully reconstruct the body parts of the dinosaurs, and even ascribe it a name, and to determine how the dinosaurs died. Some of them will even determine the chemicals or the food that is in the bellies of the dinosaurs that led to their death, or the last food that they ate. Or if the dinosaurs were struck in the head, or if they were struck by lightning or something. So if dinosaurs of 66 million years ago, if their carcasses can be examined, and the cause of death of the dinosaurs can be certain. What about Mohbad, who just died in less than 30 days, a human being who still has his flesh, that we can even see him at the mall. So there is a conspiracy.
Right, because when they are saying there is no fluid, I was like, what's going on? There's no fluid? What? The point is, the bone is there, the flesh is there, the tissue is there.
Tissue is there. So they can, but we know there's a conspiracy. However, there are emotions around the fact that there's a conspiracy. When people notice that there's a conspiracy and they are let down, and they know that there's a conspiracy that let them down, they are looking. As human beings, we want to hold someone responsible for it. And by holding someone responsible, it could also be a trap that we are trying to fall into. We might fall into the trap of the enemy by blaming someone, because of course we can't blame. We know Wunmi is part of the conspirators. We begin to suspect ourselves. Who amongst ourselves is involved in this conspiracy? Oh, I think it's not Baba. Is it Baba? Okay, some will say Baba. Some will say, oh, it's Muyiwa. Some will say it's Brooklyn. Some will say, okay, some will say it's a crocodile. Some will say it's this and that. But in holding ourselves, and when we hold ourselves responsible, we dwell on it for a very long time, delaying. Let's say, exhausting.
Right.
Yeah, exhausting, wasting useful energies that could be used to analyze the report of the doctor and the report of the driver, and also to understand that just because it's undetermined does not mean that it can be tossed into the bin. We can still use it, you see. So we waste energies, and we begin to, and by that, while blaming and doing a blame game, then the enemies begin to they begin to trickle in and say, you guys can get justice. So, because I told you from the beginning, so person, Yomi was right. Oh, this person was right. Oh, and then before you know it, one day you just see Yomi on Anti-Amori's platform, bam, or you just see Yomi on the Yox platform, bam. You see. So the point is, they want us to do the blame. That's what they did yesterday on some platforms. When that guy came out to declare the results, declare what the pathologist said, hastily, without even waiting for other people to make their thing. When he just said that statement, hey, some people just open their platform immediately and begin to justify themselves. They begin to castigate Baba. They begin to destroy all platforms, to lash all the platforms standing for Baba Mohbad. And they begin to feel justified. They are not even feeling sad, you see. There is no sad, but we are really sad that this thing again came out negative. Why? No, they were happy, actually, because they feel justified. They are more interested in justifying themselves than getting the justice. Meanwhile, they claim to stand for justice for Mohbad, you can see. So they don't really care about justice. They want to clean themselves up. They want to whitewash themselves. They want to justify themselves. They want to print themselves off like peacocks. We are the ones saying the truth. We are the ones that carry the evidence. It is we that will get justice. It is we kind of shit. So when the guy came out to make that statement, they were quick to justify themselves and to put more and to play the blame game again and play the game all over. And some of them even opened their live videos and began to play nice music, drink wine and have do all sorts of things like that to make themselves feel good, But when the account of the driver came up, and the account of the doctor came up. We saw that whatever table they were sitting on, got broken, and whatever balloon they got up their arms got busted. So and they're the same people who are talking about saying no to the inquest, and there is no, the inquest is zero and whatever. They are sitting right now. They wait for the inquest, and whatever analysis that makes, they're waiting for the inquest. No more 30 seconds video analysis, and no more than better analysis. No more, So let's focus on what we have in our hands. Whatever happened yesterday is a step forward. A fight in the car has been established.
Not even a step forward. It's like a 10-step forward.
Step, yeah.
Yeah.
The fight in the car has been established. Imagine some people say Spending is not saying the truth. Maybe Prime Boy is lying. Now the driver himself was driving the vehicle, said there was no physical confrontation between Mohbad and Prime Boy. Prime Boy did not lift his fingers on Mohbad, as said by the police, as said by Wumi, as said by those who were trying to stop the case. They said there was a physical scuffle, like some boxers trying to fight themselves, and Mohbad threw a punch, and Prime Boy threw his punch, and Mohbad threw his punch again, and Prime Boy dodged it and it broke the glass. You see, it was established by the driver that there was no fight. Prime Boy did not lift his finger on Mohbad, and he left the scene peacefully. And then, but the real fight was between Mohbad and his wife and his girlfriend, and that it was because of the fight that was between Mohbad and his girlfriend that Prime Boy was sent away, because Prime Boy tried to meddle in to try to settle and to calm both parties down, to no avail. So that has been established, that there was a fight. Meanwhile, Wumi was going all over interviews, starting from when Mohbad died, and she was putting all forms of posts online.
Also, I remember that Adura said the same thing too. So how did you
What did Adura say?
Adura said there was a fight in the house.
Yeah, there was a fight in the house.
Exactly. So we have like 3 witnesses now.
Even more. Like Prime Boy said it, Spending said it, Adura said it, and the driver said it.
So we have 4 now.
We have 4 people who corroborated. Meanwhile, Wumi was all over all over the internet and the news media talking about. We had a beautiful, a peaceful, and a wonderful, miraculous relationship. She said there was no fight. Like even at that night after the show, Mohbad wanted to have sex with her. They wanted to get down, and she was angry at Mohbad because Mohbad was fighting with Prime Boy. That why are you fighting with Prime Boy now? You are embarrassing me. She said that kind of thing. You see, like it's nothing. 2 lovers having a nice time out, and one lover got angry, and the other lover is angry because the other one is angry. You can see the game that she's trying to play, and a lot of people, fell for the game. Mm-hmm. So now it has been established that the fight was, according to Mohbad, the Prime Boy, the fight started all the way from the house, all the way from the house to the show, and then it took a violent turn from the show back to the house. So that has been established, and the reasons for that fight, according to Prime Boy, is that there is a paternity argument between his girlfriend, Mohbad's girlfriend, and Mohbad. That was what Prime Boy said, and maybe Spence may be afraid to admit it. We don't know if he has included the paternity if he confirmed that. The driver did not say anything as regards paternity because, according to him, he did not speak the Yoruba language. Was able to highlight the fact that Wumi was calling Mohbad all forms of vile names, like these. I don't know what you call it. What do you call that name? Yeah. I mean, calling your husband of your youth. Exactly. Right? That kind of name, and she's trying to, put it all over the internet that she's in love with Mohbad and they are nice and everything was beautiful. They love themselves. I love him and I love him and he loves me too. Kind of thing. So it is those who will fall for Wumi's gimmicks and the gimmicks of those who are paid by Wumi and those who are paid by PS. It is those who will fall for those gimmicks that will fall by the wayside. And I have no mercy for them. That's why I keep telling people, if you're a parent, you train your children how to think. And you train them not to be emotional and not to go with the emotions or not to go with the speech. You train your children to follow people's action and to use the actions of people as a basis for judgment. You judge people by their action. Don't judge them by what they say. Anybody can pretend to be anything. This is 2025. I can come online and pretend to be anything. You don't even know what I do behind the scene. So it is necessary for parents to train their children to be able to read between the lines and see the lies, in whatever people are saying, and to also allow time to they should also make them employ time in making decisions, not hasty decisions. You train them on how to respond and not to react. So all those gimmicks, if you go to Wumi's Instagram or those interviews that's created by Wumi, you see all sorts of statements. Oh, Wumi, you're a nice girl. Oh, Wumi is beautiful. Wumi is this and that because of what she said. They made up their statement based on emotions. And that's why I'm against parents taking their children to church on time, early, making church and religious, emotion, all kinds of things as the basis of their decision system. If you make these things their decision systems, they're going to have problems in thinking, So, yeah. And it's okay.
Thank you.
So emotions should be emotions should not be a front burner when it comes to making decisions.
Yes.
If they don't understand, they should ask questions. You can ask, what about this? What about this? They should wait and let that information to crystallize over time, and they should observe the patterns of the behavior of those people who are involved in the topic, and they can arrive at a decision. Meanwhile, the decision that they arrive to, they should not hold on to it so tightly. They should wait. Why they should also open their minds again of some other possibilities. That's how there is no absolute truth in life.
Yes.
So even Wumi herself, if she comes out to make her own statement to the full and the fact, we have some people who will be begging Baba, please consider Wumi now. Baba, please now. Baba, we pastor, please just consider her, please. Please, she's small. Don't let her. You see, if the old truth come out, you see the same persons, the same people who are the ones jumping around talking about if we talk about what Baba did, they will stone her to death. Listen, they will still be the ones begging Baba, please consider her now. Baba, please, Wumi is a baby. She's still a child, Baba, the pastor now, don't be wicked now. They'll still be the one castigating Baba for being callous, wanting that girl to die. Do you want her to die? Do you want her to go to jail? Can't you just consider that she's still young and stuff like that? So they will still be the ones supporting Wumi again, trying to beg Baba to consider God and to tamper judgment with mercy. Why is going through the thrones now? Why is being insulted now? Why is being embarrassed now? Why is effort to get justice now? It's being thwarted by the government. Why is going through all those kind of things right now? They are not expressing any sympathy for Baba. So when that time comes, I don't want to hear any such persons trying to beg Baba to appeal to his sense of judgment, or to his sense of religion, or to his moral principle, to try to pardon me and let her go, and not let her to send to jail. Because that's a hypocrisy that is involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
people know the truth. It's not that they do not know. They know it. Baba ṣáàrí pọ̀ ọmọ kékeré ni, ṣe fẹ́ pa ni.
That one take concern us.
Ọmọ kan tó ṣe.
Yeah, that's what you say. They will say, Baba.
That's what they have been saying before now. That's what they've been saying before that but when Baba started talking and then, people are started coming for Baba that, why is Baba doing this? Baba that called himself a pastor, blah, blah, blah. But, at the same time, when they started castigating Baba, none of these people were able to talk and were able to know, these ladies don't say that. And if you remember when Baba called, when this lady called Baba then, that started cursing Baba, did you all remember what her team said? Oh, that's good. Yes, Wumi, you just woken up. They are just praising her for what she did.
They're praising, and if you look at the other side, the NGO people, their excuse now is that at least even if it gets clear to their eyes that Yomi is scamming them and is using exploiting them, rubbing their heads, they will say, if Baba did what supposed to do, will someone like Yomi come amongst us to scam us? If Baba did what he's supposed to do, they will all piggy the whole blame back to Baba Loba.
They have been doing that.
They will say, but if Baba did what he's supposed to do, there will be no, someone like Yomi coming, and they will justify they say Yomi has tried. They will say it is because of Yomi that Yomi is going around doing interviews. They will say it's because of Yomi that Adura was arrested. Yomi stirred the camp and there is no. Well, I don't want to go that route. But the point is, Babaloba has become an object of media sensation and negative masturbation. There isn't need to masturbate on the platform. To masturbate their
because if they didn't talk about Baba, of course they are not going to see you. That's if they didn't drag him.
Yeah, it's a market, so they are using
talking about him in a negative way, not positive way, right? Because same thing didn't happen yesterday after the driver testimony, and some platform are still saying, "Hey, Baba Shekiniko, Baba." I don't just because it's what I don't even understand. That okay, what happened yesterday? Even though when the nurse gave her own narrative, Baba's name wasn't involved, and yesterday too, what happened? Baba's name wasn't called. So why are you guys still dragging this man?
They are looking for a way. You can see when we said that it was Baba that told the nurse to go before the nurse debunked it. That few days, the few days before that nurse, the few days interval before the nurse came out to debunk it, all those platforms that claim to be for justice for Mohbad, they begin to say, you can see that Baba knows what killed his son. Why would Baba ask the nurse to go? They began to parrot what Wunmi said, and even the NGO boy said it. The NGO boy said that it was Baba that told the nurse to go. He even made a statement on it. He said, even if Baba asked the nurse to go, we can't blame Baba for it. You can see. He rode on that narrative, that wrong information by Wunmi. He rode on it. And he even went on to say, he said, the NGO boy said, Baba actually wanted to collect the police reports. He branched the police station to obtain the police report. Not because he wanted to take the body to the morgue, but was because he wanted to take the body to go and bury it.
Go and bury it, exactly.
See, that's what the NGO boy said. He said Baba actually wanted to bury Mohbad, but he just branched the police station to obtain the report. But his primary intention was to bury Mohbad. He said it, and people were like, "Oh boy!" He was saying it, and he was hitting it on the head.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. And then after the nurse came to the inquest to debunk it, and do you know the narrative they pick again?
What?
Wunmi said if she said what Baba has done, they are going to stone Baba.
The angel boy said it on Coven's platform. He said
exactly. That's it. After the nurse came to the inquest to debunk that narrative, that is the second the narrative they picked next.
Yeah. The angel boy was trying to corroborate one statement that was said on Coven's platform about Baba.
He said the same thing at Latisnet platform too.
He said, I know, I said it several times. And also, when he said that statement on Coven's platform, that he said that is why Wunmi said that if she says one or two things about Baba, they will stone her to death. After the angel boys made that statement on Coven's platform and dropped, the head of Coven said that Baba wrote it. She said it in a very low tone. That Baba wrote, when you're trying to you're trying to gossip, in a kind of gossipy tone. She said Baba said that Baba wrote it that in his statement when he took the body to the hospital to the police station. Baba in his statement wrote that Prime Boy was the one who led a gang of assailants or some gang to Mohbad's house to buy Mohbad.
And
she said it. She said it that was what Baba wrote, that Prime Boy was the one that led a gang to Mohbad's house at night to kill Mohbad.
Imagine.
She said it.
And did you know how dumb these their followers are?
She said it. She said it, and if you look at the comment section, they were all like, in agreement with what she said. And
because there's nobody on the panel that can ask questions. That how did you know? How did you get that information?
How do you get He said Baba wrote it, that then implying that Baba was the one that implicated Prime Boy. Hence, Prime Boy's behavior towards Baba recently initially Prime Boy was standing for Baba. He was with Baba. But
Did
suddenly,
she
Prime
saw
Boy
Baba
began-
police statement?
I wonder how she got to know about it too. And then why did Prime Boy change 360 against Baba and got to an extent that Prime Boy is not doing a show dragging Baba Loba, the father of his best friend.
Hope is not what the Coven lady told him.
And of course, it's obvious that there is a, there is there's some donut and cheese going on between,
Coven and Prime Boy is
Yes.
absolutely
Yeah.
right.
There is it. So we know, of course, and we know that, some of these youths, when they are desperate for some, some money, for some career or some, recognition, they can do anything. I'm talking about those ones who, and even sell out their, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to go that out.
And they don't even have the brain of their own. I don't even understand how they were brought up.
You can
Most
see
of
that.
these guys.
You see. So I think what they're selling to Prime Boy is that you can see how Mohbad has neglected you after he implicated you at the police station. Baba Mohbad was the one that implicated you. It is them who will be telling Mohbad, telling Prime Boy that, you see, it was Baba Mohbad that actually implicated you. That's why you were arrested. Though. It was not Wumi. It was not Wumi that implicated you. It was Baba Mohbad's statement that made them arrest you.
Remember that the NGO guy who said the statement. Did you remember? The NGO guy who said this thing is Baba that arrested them, not one. Yeah, he said it.
So now, what are the implications of peeling Prime Boy away from Baba and making Prime Boy neutral? Because definitely they won't say Prime Boy should stand for Wumi. Prime Boy will stand for Wumi. Well, Prime Boy will not stand for Baba. Prime Boy will be in the middle. Prime Boy will keep quiet because Prime Boy has been happy from the onset that, according to his lawyer, he wanted to have a one-on-one confrontation with Wumi at the inquest, and she wanted Wumi to repeat it in his presence that he had a scuffle with
IPO Mohammed. And that was supposed to be a big plus.
Yes,
and this movement right now.
Thank you. And he said, and Prime Boy said he wants to also have a talk with IPO Mohammed and what IPO Mohammed did to him when he went to do his signing. And when the IPO wanted to force him to admit that he used the dagger to stab Mohbad, he wanted to have a confrontation with both Wumi based on accounts and IPO Mohammed based on what he tried to force him to do at the coroner inquest. But you can see that coincided with the time when he got, maybe, I don't know, some forces just hijacked him. Fine, they look his weakness. Oh, this guy does not have money. Okay, they just put him some cheese in his pocket and they just picked him up away from and yanked him away from Baba. And then from there, he has stopped talking about. He stopped making
the petition anymore. Yes, exactly.
He stopped insisting about the petition. He stopped insisting on having a conversation with Wumi and having a conversation with IPO Mohammed at the inquest. And
okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Even after the nurse testimony, if we could remember, I don't know what platform Grace is even talking about it. It's talk about it that he wants to use this opportunity to talk to Prime Boy. He was just trying to pass the message to him. True, I don't know which I don't know which platform. Maybe probably to platform then, and was trying to let him know that his petition that he wrote, because I don't know if the magistrate is going to allowed to recall Wumi, DJ Bami, and because I don't know how exactly. I don't think that I did not see that happening. Yeah. So that's why Goyesi said, okay, since there's a petition against
Prime Boy.
Exactly by Prime Boy, that Prime Boy should just push it so that especially that IPO Mohammed. We are really interested in, we need to see that guy talking on that exactly.
Yes. He did not push it. Prime Boy stopped going to the inquest. Prime Boy is now neutral. They put money, I don't know, don't let me say anything, but Prime Boy suddenly simmered down. He suddenly calmed down. He's no more happy on Wumi. He's no more happy on IPO Mohammed. It's no more
It's
happening
Baba.
on Adura.
Yeah, it's Baba. You don't. Yeah, of course, he's not talking about women anymore. He's talking about now. It's Baba.
He's talking about
And he
Baba.
actually forgot that when he was arrested, it's we that donated, that contributed to his release. Because I'm gonna say my full chest that I donated 100,000 on our Westo platform that day.
You can see.
Yes.
Wow.
I will say with my full chest because I can, of course I can print my bank statements to see. You know what these guys are talking, and that day, that night, we contributed like close to almost 2.5 million that night. I don't know if you could remember Crocodile on is it Alpha platform or Westo platform then?
Yeah.
And now, you know, I don't even know how they law this guy. I don't know.
They lured him over. One of the implications is just what we just
With
highlighted.
chocolate? I don't get it.
One of the implications is what of luring Prime Boy away from Bamba is what we just highlighted now. The implications that he would further challenge Wumi and IPO Mohammed at the coroner inquest in the presence of the public at the coroner inquest.
And also now the corona now is now getting interesting. So anybody can ask a question, the public can ask questions, and now that we even have Sanshitu on board, this is now the good time for us that Wumi need to come to and that IPO Mohammed. So now exactly.
This is the time that Prime Boy has now, but because Prime Boy is now has been yanked, has been peeled. Okay, the second implication is that the cause of fight between Mohbad and his girlfriend, Prime Boy gave a hint that the cause of fight is of paternity, as a paternity is the pattern also includes Liam's paternity. Spenny did not mention it, but Prime Boy mentioned it. So they realized that if Prime Boy is allowed to go on that route and to keep on that direction and to hit on it that much, it is going to call in question or further publicize, give more publicity to the fact that Liam may not be Mohbad's son, and that Mohbad realized that Liam is not his son, which was one of the premise of the fight between him and his girlfriend. And if Prime Boy is allowed to go that route that much and to continue that right that much, is going to give it a lot of publicity. Hence, a lot of people will begin to know that and realize that but like say, even that Prime Boy said not to say the fight will happen between Mohbad and his girlfriend. No be now because Liam not being picking, that kind of thing. So because of that and all those things like that, they realize that Prime Boy they need to take away Prime Boy away from that equation. That was hence they did whatever they did to simmer, to calm him down. Bro, boss, boy, just calm down now, just keep quiet. But Baba will implicate you because that's what because they have to use threats, carrot and stick. The threat is that Baba will implicate you. He was one that wrote that the statement that you are the one that led boys to Mohbad's house to buy Mohbad. You follow him, you end up in jail.
Also, remember that is why the DPP added his name to that publication.
Yeah, you follow him, you end up in jail. And Prime was like, okay, what will I do? Okay, don't worry. What do you want? Just focus on your career. Deep down mind does not want justice. You can see he's already buying houses, he's already buying cars, he's already having, fun with women, he's already making music. He does not care about you anymore. He does not even give you money before. Giving you money anymore. Come with us. Let us just focus on your career. You know what? We know you don't like women. Just face your career. We bankroll your music. We just face your life. You know what I'm saying? Just leave that man. That man will send you to jail. Follow women will send you to jail. So just be alone. So Prime Boy is alone. But once in a while, there's no free money now. If they want to attack Waloba, they will recruit him. Oh yeah, come and attack this man. So if they've successfully taken Prime Boy away from Mohbad. So if Prime Boy even have the chance to help Waloba to corroborate the reason for the fight between Mohbad and his wife and his girlfriend, he will not do it because they've put the fear of Babaloba in his mind, and they've made Babaloba look like he's a monster that wants to send Prime Boy into jail. The same circumstances are regarding surrounding Adura. You see, Adura's case, the NGO boy has played a role in further demoralize Adura on his path to confession. All the court cases and the publicity and the noise and the threats and all those things that has been in online as regards Adura, try to rope him and to rope him and to rope him. Adura is fed up of it. Adura has, he has pushed Adura deep down into the hole because Adura is now scared. You know, Wumi has now embraced Adura. He has pushed Adura into the embrace of Wumi deeper and deeper because Adura, he has scared the boy. Even if the boy wants to say anything, the boy is now scared. You know, because now Adura has denied that he was not the one that chatted him, and that whatever video he has in his hands was, years ago, and he has no hand in it. And because Adura also wants his own, he also wants to have his own music career. He's trying to stay away from any forms of media negativity. So now you listening. So the NGO boy, what he did was he thought he was putting pressure on Adura, but it's Adura's reputation. Even though Adura wants to say the truth, but his reputation, his security, the old brouhaha, the negativity around it, and maybe some threats, of course, on the side, has made him say, "Oh boy, these people, make I just accept this offer these people are giving and focus on this music career full time." So it has pushed the boy away from whatever part of confession that he's on, and pushed him into the hiding, pushed him deeper and deeper into the embrace of Wumi. Wumi is now the one. Adura is now singing a song talking about Liam is our son. Talking about justice and using the justice to even to make songs. You see, so all these communists are here to create more problems, and more problems. They try to bring themselves as masters of solution, as messiahs. They try to present themselves as messiahs, but they are causing more problems. You can imagine if you've gotten that information from Adura and you call Baba on the phone, "Papa, this is what I got. Can we meet and strategize on what next to do? Or can I also meet with the legal team and we can talk about what to do about it? Because Adura just said this, or what should we do about it?" The next thing he did was to send it to Karimo. It's just like you take away your sheep from the dog or from the bush dog and you take it to the wolf to take care of it. You take your sheep away from the you take away your sheep from the bush dog and you give it to the wolf. "Wolf, please, can you take care of this sheep for me? I just want to go to the farm and get some food to pass a yam." And that's what he did. And then they realized that this thing's about to get out. And then they did whatever equation that they want to do. And then they destroyed the whole path. They destroyed the video. And then they said they quickly cook up that maybe, I guess, that Damola was going to transcend it that wanted to do the fraud case. This from an homicide unraveling case now to a case of extortion and fraud. And now the complainant is now a witness. So that's, you see, so these people who are trying to make themselves messiahs are causing more troubles. And let's remember what the Bible told us. It said, in the last days, there shall be false messiahs. They will all be coming like, oh, they have a solution. And people will line up behind them. But they will use the emotions and wrong. Of course, they have to use some truths because they use the truth to capture you and then feed you with lies. And then you believe in the lie and then you follow them all to the way to over the precipice. Because people can't read between the lines. When they see good English and some nice setting or some nice dress and some tags, they just fall for it. Of course, some people also watch a lot of Yoruba movies, so they are starstruck. If someone like Funke Akindele joins J4M, people will also follow her too. Yes, they will jump. It's Funke Akindele. Hey, let's support her. If someone like Salo joins J4M, they'll follow him. If someone like what they call it?
DJ Chicken that is unstable.
If they join DJ Chicken, they will follow DJ Chicken. If Salo come, they will follow Salo. If Kesari or Kala, if he join, they will follow him too. Yes. Some people's mind are hard. Some people don't know some people don't even know what their minds are. They don't know how
Because they don't have the minds of their own.
Of their own, yeah. They don't have it. So you see them. So okay, sorry. What will we now do now? They're thinking, what will we do? What should we do? Salud, what are we going to do now?
He might have some information. No, let's
Salud is Salud that carry it. Imagine Salud. You can believe that Salud can do this for us. You begin to follow them. That's how people are. And the problem that we have is we overestimate the intelligence of people. We think that because they live in the Western world, they have some Western passports with it, they have Western degrees. We think that we are intelligent just because we have all these things. No, the only thing we need is common sense.
Exactly.
The Bible says, test all things and hold fast to what is the truth. Just test it. You don't need to be, you just test it and hold fast to what is the truth. Test it. Is this guy, watch, monitor, look at the patterns. What is it saying? What's the results? What is, okay, you catch Adura, you catch, you trouble, Abo said, you trouble is okay. What is the result of everything? Nothing.
Zero.
And you are still saying that this guy carries something. He carries
something.
And
he's still even talking about the 3-second video yesterday.
When the one guy came out to talk about, hastily came to announce the toxicology and autopsy results, we knew some platforms that were boiling and they were happy about how the whole venture has failed, the whole enterprise has failed.
Right.
And then the NGO boy came up and began to talk about now from 3 seconds video, okay, let's say from CCTV to 3 seconds video to Zangbeto, to phone forensic to Zangbeto. Now he's talking about politics.
Politics now, yeah.
And then the whole thing to Tinubu that is going to go to Abuja and protest.
The new president, exactly.
And, the president and talking about nice president. They want to use the video to implicate you or this and he's trying to now take us towards the political path.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Or not us, but he's trying to take his force
She will move to
Papariano again. And they still fail to read between
the line.
And what we have to understand is in 2025, we have to understand that we have to get used to people being deceived and we not being able to do anything about helping them.
You said Arifa is not it's not from Edo. Arifa is from Edo. Arifa is Isha.
People being deceived and we being helpless on helping them because they themselves don't want you to help them. They don't want you to help them. They want to be on that path.
He was born and brought up in Yoruba land.
You see.
Because in my own opinion, if I don't think these people doesn't know what they are doing. I don't know. My own opinion, because all this while, I guess they know that this guy doesn't have anything. So when people are saying, oh, this guy, they are gullible, they're not.
The thing is, all these things will make. The focus of for G4M is that Babas elected the focus for G4M.
Let's come back. Let's go to Papariano.
How did Mohbad die? Number 2, who were those that were directly or indirectly involved in Mohbad's death, timely death? Number 3, this boy called Liam, is he of Mohbad's bloodline or the Alobanko bloodline or not? Simple. Now, anybody who is to join the movement has to be on this frequency. And their actions has to be in line with these frequencies. Now, if you're talking about the police that are working, what evidence can you prove to show that the police have actually worked when we've seen similar cases like this get resolved? That are even more complex than Mohbad's case. And the police will crack it within a few days.
Which now reveals some other findings. And the most important takeaway that the probable cause of death may be the reaction or the injection administered on the deceased. And this line of testimony was further corroborated
by the medical doctor who attended to the deceased at the same facility, who was not confirmed. Further takeaway from today's proceeding is that there was no love lost between the deceased and the wife. They were constantly quarreling. The driver who drove them all through the process confirmed constant agreements, like cat and dog, between the husband and wife, leading to the wife calling all kinds of abuses on the deceased. We also confirmed today that the deceased sustained injuries by knocking his head on the door in an attempt to, and that led to loss of blood.
Cat and dog.
Within a period of almost 15 hours. And that will immediately taken to the hospital. And that may have also precipitate is dead. The other revelation that also came out today is that that arising from disagreement between him and
I swear, if the magistrate watched this, she would just conclude. You know, I told you guys. This thing is. I told you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If I am the one holding brief, I will make it clear that I hope that police can call on this suspect back and investigate them and find out what truly caused injury on Mohbad's hand, rather than the uncompleted story or the unconspicuous story that we are hearing, that he punched through the glass and he sustained injury here, even show it. But this man is like he's cool with everything. I don't understand. He's cool with it. From his body language, he's supposed to be activating. Ah, God.
YouTube, let's go.
Ah, God. This is how they were saying that, Papadano, you are the one teaching Dr. What?